Today, Greenfield Village is honoring our nation's veterans while also remembering the Civil War.
You can become a part of history with reenactments, live music, and art demonstrations. 7 Action News reporter Jennifer Ann Wilson is live in Dearborn. She's been there all morning giving us kind of a preview, and you've got some talented folks you've been meeting all morning, right, Jennifer Ann?
I sure have, and I'm doing something incredibly difficult for me anyway right now, trying to stay very, very still. Now, back before cameras existed and people had to pay an exorbitant amount of money to have a portrait painted, many people opted to have a silhouette cut instead. Just really a better deal. And this morning I'm with Laura Muni, all the way from Baltimore, Maryland. This is a very rare talent and skill. I'm not allowed to look at her because she's currently cutting my silhouette. Tell me a little bit about this really unique, incredible art form.
Silhouettes were actually just what you said. This is how people had their portraits made before photography, and now in the 1860s photography has come out, but silhouettes are still on their walls, and some people can't even get to a photographer, so this is still the only way for people to have a silhouette made.
And back then, did people use scissors and cut a silhouette similar to what you're doing right now?
Exactly. In the United States they did. In England they actually did a lot more painting, but the United States had traveling artists, and it was a very, very rare skill, so artists went from town to town doing it.
Wow, this is incredible. How did you get into this?
I was so excited when I first saw my silhouette and found out they were rare, and most people don't teach it, so I taught myself by reading about the historical artists.
Wow, and you're so fast. She started this just moments before we went live, just minutes before we went live, and she's aiming to have the portrait finished before the end of this live show. One small slice of life that you get to witness and partake in here at Greenfield Village today. It opens to the public 9:30. It goes until 5 p.m., 9:30 a.m. again on Monday until 5 p.m. We've got live music. In fact, we've got a drummer boy over there who maybe can show off a little riff. Yeah, you got a little something you can show off. And bam, everything from live music to art. In fact, can you give us a drum roll? A little drum roll, please, as we see, there we go, as we see my silhouette. Wow. Does that look like me? I think it does. That's really cool. And of course, back in the day, people would put it in a frame like this. That's amazing. The detail that you're able to capture. This is Princess Louise, something that you can purchase, daughter of Queen Victoria. That's very cool. And then that's me right there. How neat. Look at that detail. My ponytail, my squinting into the sun.
You did wonderfully. Thank you.
No, you told me don't smile unless you want your teeth to show. So you really like just capture what you see.
Exactly, and sometimes it takes as little as 90 seconds.
Wow.
So it depends on what the people's, generally their hairstyle is. So if somebody has a more extensive hairstyle, it's going to be longer. But for most people, it's really just, it's 2 minutes or less. So people often bring their children, even grown adults do it. So it's not just children having their portraits done. Here's a portrait of a man, and I know that he really looks like Mark Twain, but this gentleman I did in Connecticut.
Wow.
I travel all over the country since this is so rare, and I do it mostly at history events because I tell people about this portrait form while we're having the portrait made.
Fantastic. An incredible experience you can remember forever with an amazing silhouette. It is one more way that you can immerse yourself in the Civil War era here and celebrate Memorial Day with your family. Again, it opens at 9:30 in the morning. Anu and Amira, this is Denise, ladies. I mean, this is a really cool thing. I feel like you don't have to put on your full face, your makeup. You can just throw your hair up and just worry about the silhouette.
Picture, right?
That's my kind of.
Yes.
Yeah,
Do you ever want to do TV that way one day? Yeah.
That's my kind of picture. Forget the portrait, just get the silhouette. We don't need
Exactly.
the...
Don't even have to look right at them, right?
Yeah.
All right, Jennifer Ann, thank you.